collecting seriously this year and like really like learning what the value of them all are and what's good and stuff. I got a pretty cool collection so far, I would say, but I've got a long way to go. I've got a really long way to go. Top right hand side, our red Protoss player. This is PtitDrogo. Bottom left hand side, our blue Terran player is aLive. Budget cuts, guys. Yeah, man. Blizzard isn't doing so well. They actually had to cut stuff from their store. Like, interesting. I wouldn't have even minded, but it's taken them like over a month to tell me that half the stuff isn't coming. Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit salty about it, not gonna lie. Aye. It's okay though, Red Duke. We'll just enjoy some StarCraft on our own. StarCraft never fails to deliver. Again, Drogo against aLive here. This is a qualifying match for the Korean server. Drogo being in Korea. The Korean server 2018 has left the game playoffs. So if he wins this, he actually takes a Korean seed into the bracket, which means he would play against a European player, which would be against Denver, actually, which we're going to be casting next. So, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Kind of funky. I'm a fan. As we get this set up and rolling. These guys play on Christmas Eve. We're casting replays, Picella. I'm not gonna lie to you. These guys aren't playing on Christmas Eve. I'm just setting the stage for what was happening in the tournament and what was kind of the situation, what was on the line. Build some story, you know. Probe scan around over the left-hand side. SCV pulls up the left. And we do see the Reaper starting to head out into the center of the map. So Reaper's having a look around, but he misses that probe. Live already, not going for a proxy Rex. There's a big change up from the majority of games he played against Creator. Although he showed us in game number 5, he can definitely win games without proxy in the barracks as well. So some opportunity here to see some cool stuff in this PvT. TvP is this matchup where I really thought it was in a horrible state. And I'm a little bit more convinced it's doing a little bit better now. So, yeah. I don't know. It felt really awful to me like last week, but now it's doing a little bit better. Which is all cool. Still got you. Takes quite a lot of damage here. Gets pushed back. Marines and the Rip are going to gather up on the ramp again. Stalker pulling all the way up to the upper right hand side. Still think TVZ is worse. Rushing a tier 3 unit is becoming almost standard. Dude, battlecruiser rushes are dead. They are absolutely dead. Nobody in their right mind is battlecruiser rushing anymore. Like, people are mixing it in like a best of 5 series once now and then. But the BC rush is not being used every game. It has completely changed. It got figured out super quick. Like, people were telling me, like, battlecruisers need a nerf. It's like, just give Zergs like a week to figure out a good build against it. And believe it or not, a week later, you know what happened? They figured out a good build against it. And now BC rushes seem pretty terrible. It's almost like if Zergs scout and don't just blindly build queens and nothing else, and they actually use strategy, they actually find a way to win games. Huh. Interesting. Balance Ryan is being a bit of a memer. BC Rush really is kind of moving out of the meta. And it is just one of those things that obviously was a very different build to what people are used to. People started to play against it a lot, so they tried different things, and once they tried different things, they found an answer. It's kind of like the 2-1-1 build. Like, this is my favorite example, because I really think it's a brilliant way in which it kind of really shows how the metagame shifted in TvZ. The 2-1-1 was a build that showed up in about April of 2016, killed everything and everyone. Or was it 2016. Killed everything, killed everyone. It was insane. It was broken. It was OP. Zergs had no chance. And over time, Zerg started to figure out better and better responses to the 2-1-1 to the point where it fell out of the meta. And the meta, you know, then you just didn't 2-1-1 again. And sure, there's a couple of balance changes, but nothing too big. Eventually, they just figured it out. It just took a little bit of time. And that little bit of time was all that was needed. And then as Zerg stopped blind countering the 2-1-1 that came every game, 2-1-1 became a build that you could use now and again in a series, but you definitely couldn't use every game because the counter was just too strong. So, it's a really cool. I mean, that's just how StarCraft works. New patches are always going to be rough for the players or the races that have to play reactionary. You know, say there's a new patch and a Zerg, Zerg found a really sick strategy or a really sick build. Terrans would probably die to it for a while. And we'd probably think it was broken. We'd whine a lot because Terrans are really good at whining. But eventually, the Terran players would be like, huh, what if I did this? And then we stop dying. And then, life's pretty good. This Colossus is killing everything. It's on 8 kills already. Now the tank siege up. aLive realizing here, like, maybe I should do something. I really like this drop of the Widow Mines coming around the back, trying to force the kind of units to kite into the Widow Mines there almost. But they went the other way. Drogo actually played that very well. Good kiting. I just think aLive just felt like he didn't do enough soon enough. Did Cyril lose MMR from the Battlecruiser rush? Actually, Cyril didn't play StarCraft 2 for the last couple of weeks, apart from Terran, I think. He actually just tweeted about this somewhere. He said, didn't play StarCraft for a couple of weeks, but I feel so rusty now. So, I think Cyril kind of avoided the BC rush. Cyril's just like, Battlecruiser rush? Yeah, I'm out. I'm done. Get me out of here. Command said I'm going to be dropping down. Wants to go on top of this probe. The probe is just going to block it for a moment. Oh, well, now the Marauder's blocking it. As that probe is very slowly dying. It finally goes down. One of the lamest fights I've ever seen in StarCraft 2, if you could even call it a fight. Oh my god. Few Stalkers and Colossus gathering together here. You'll be seeing the +1 attack, the blink on the way up, both of those being chrono boosted out. And again, that Forge, another one finishing up in the main base, allows Drogo to turn this into double upgrades, which really powers him up going in toward the mid game now. So, Drogo powering up, that's what I like to see. And a couple of Vikings on the way out here from aLive. I don't know how long Sal didn't play for. I think he played it a little bit, like a couple games here and there, but I don't think he sat down and practiced. So he was saying, yeah, I didn't play much StarCraft apart from some Terran off race because he was playing in that Finnish tournament. So he didn't play much Zerg. So I think since Home Story Cup he's been taking a little bit of time off, and I think after Christmas he's getting ready to get back into it basically. A war chest command in the chat. As this observer goes down, we'll just mention, guys, you're looking for a perfect Christmas gift for your best StarCraft 2 friend? Does your wife not yet play StarCraft? Well, she'll be hooked if you get her a war chest. As you wait until she sees that Terran building skin. Oof! Oh, yeah. Oh, she will love you as well. So make sure you buy a war chest, guys. Exclamation mark war chest in the chat. If you buy through my link, it's an affiliate partnership. I get a percentage of every sale. Buy it for your kids. Buy it for your wife. Buy it for your husband. Buy it for your dog. I got my dog 7 war chests, and he loves them. He has been running around the house happy all day long. Yes, he might always be running around the house happy all day long, but today I think it's because I got him the war chests. So, I mean, I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Going to be seeing the Stalker getting picked off. As you see a little bit of a press forwards here from aLive. Oh, you guys don't have a wife yet? Well, that's because you don't have the war chest. Who's going to date someone without the fucking building skins? Duh! Colossus gets interference. Matrix goes wandering into the bio. The Vikings take that one down first, though, as the Stalkers, well, they're not putting up a fight against the Vikings. They're just going to try and fight the bio on the ground. As aLive, though, is pressing through this. Vikings begin to land here as well. Prism gets shut down. Stalkers, Zealots, Archon, Immortal Yeah, still doing kind of okay. Actually, you're swapping in here, but now the Immortal goes down, but that's all target fire, which is not going off on Zealots, which are actually just swiping their way through this. SCV's got pulled in this attack as well, so 22 workers down. aLive is really in the need of killing Drogo here and now, but these Marauders will continue to drop. Drogo pulls in workers. Oh no! aLive target fired the pylon, but if you target fire the pylon, you don't actually cancel the warp in. It's a completely wasted amount of damage, so the last few units get cleaned up here. What a hold! I've got hiccups. What a hold by Drogo. Third time lucky. Oh god, I actually have hiccups. Oh no. Oh dear. Sorry. Sorg is getting pushed back there as they get taken away. I bought my wife a war chest instead of paying rent. I'm now living in my car and watching NCT from Tim Hortons Wi-Fi. Well, in fairness, Tim Hortons is fantastic. So, really, I mean, if you've got a nice car, it's probably not so bad, right? At least you've got a war chest. Hell yeah. I mean, that's the thing, you know, you live in your car, but when you go to an employer and you say no, he asks you the question, but did you buy the war chest? And you're like, no. Well, you're not going to get the job. If you're like, did you buy the war chest? You're like, hell yeah. And I even used Wardian's affiliate link. You get promoted to manager right away. Hell yeah. 10 out of 10. Okay, enough war chest selling out. Buy the war chest. Buy it. Through my link. It's good for me. Stalker's getting picked away as we see Zealots, Archons, and a Colossus. Helping to push it away here. aLive is doing a great job of somehow recuperating from what was a tough position. I like the idea of adding a bunch of libs in. Honestly, I feel like at this point it's a bit of a Hail Mary move, whatever he does. So just waiting for 2-2 and just going with some libs. Honestly, I think a decent shot. Drogo does have a lot. I think Drogo's actually going to put up a very good fight. But I think this is aLive's best chance after he did get shut down from what was an attack that he lost 22 SCVs in before. Zealots, Stalkers, Archons, Colossus all pressing forwards. The Stalkers will blink for the libs. I was going to say there's not a lot of them, but I tell you what, those Archons are going to deal some damage, and they get rid of the libs super fast. The Zealots keep on pushing the bio away. The rest of the army coming over as well, and this is going to be it, as we're going to be seeing Drogo just has too much. I mean, aLive push back. He might not tap out yet, because obviously he's just losing this army, and he hasn't lost back in his base, but at the same time, how is he actually going to be able to clean that army up if it does arrive at his base? I'll give you of decorations, but they are in a pile, and every time we get $5 or whatever the subscription, etc., we resurrect a decoration at the same time. So, you know, if you guys love the stream, you want to show some Christmas love and subscribe, not only do you go on the tree, you will resurrect a fallen decoration that died in the great tree massacring of 21st of December, aka Friday. Bottom right hand side, our blue Terran is alive. To the top left hand side, our red Protoss is PtitDrogo. I don't want to be a zombie, says Albert. Well, right now you are absolutely zombified. Sorry, Albert. I mean, I'm not being funny, Albert, but your decoration literally tried to leave the room. It traveled a solid, I mean, this room is 4 by 3 meters, so like 4 squared times 3 squared, so 5 meters, Pythagoras. Your bauble traveled 5 meters. How does a decoration travel 5 meters to try and escape? And towards the door as well? I don't know, Albert. All these years you've been telling me how much you love being a Christmas tree decoration and all of this, and now you're trying to escape? Once you sign up, you don't get out, Albert. You're stuck. Okay, I'm going to stop being creepy now. Factory dropping down here on the top right hand side. Probe going to drop a pylon down in the main base as well, as we see this probe of Drogo also having a little bit of a wander around. How much is 5 meters in real world metrics? About 7 zerglings. Factory gets proxied here as well, so aLive for the first time is going all out aggression with the proxy, rather than just the Reaper and then the factory at home, and maybe the proxy in that starport. This time, This is everything at once. As you can see, that Rex getting ready to lift up. Factory getting ready to move over. We do have the warp gate just coming in from Drogo, who's obviously seen the lack of structures on his opponent's side of the map, has seen there's no factory as well. That's something he will know about, so, well, to prepare for it, he throws down the robot facility. I'd imagine 2 more gates would be on the agenda as well, as it is going to be Mag Field Accelerator Cyclones. They're going to look to lock on and never let go. It's kind of like me. I'm kind of like a Cyclone. I lock on and I'll never let you go unless you run out of range. Then, if you run out of range, then I guess I'm kind of a lazy shit. I'm not going to run after you. But I would lock on and never let go otherwise. Until you die. Cyclones are like a real kind of romance unit. I got you in my sights, I won't let you. And then they just, the love of their life runs away and they're just like, take some 4 whole seconds until they can lock onto another love of their life again. Cyclones. I feel bad for them. Oh god, I hope I don't remember this on Valentine's Day. I'm going to be crying my eyes out. Every Cyclone that loses its lock on. This is actually already 4 workers killed. There's kind of a lot of damage here. And as you do see, aLive is, well, against no shield battery. Honestly, Drogo's been a bit greedy here. No low ground pylon, no shield battery or anything. I mean, slowly picking his way through these Marines, but now a second Cyclone shows up. Magfield's about to finish. This is only going to get more difficult to deal with. Extra gateways might not add too much to this even. As we see the Stalkers locked onto there, they get up the ramp. The Immortal's kind of big as what? Did you see that Immortal? I've never seen an Immortal jump backwards so fast and so far. What the hell? That was crazy. Obviously just the position. It was just like boing. It's like, hey, I'm Immortal and I'm gonna do the cool backflip part of the movie now. Backflip! Doesn't actually achieve anything. It's just literally for show, so people are like, wow, look at the special effects. That was that Immortal right there. Didn't even do a backflip, just jump backwards. Stalker's going to try and get rid of this. I mean, drawing down a force field, going okay. Stalkers with the Prism Micro probably will defend. Remember, there's no expansion at home, so for all the damage Drogo took, he's kept his expansion alive. And that's hugely, hugely beneficial for him as we see that factory staying put to build more Cyclones. And the Rax is on its way back home. Intercloak Banshee from aLive. The first one is on its way to the top left-hand side with a command center coming up in the main base. Getting ready to drop down to the natural as well. Getting ready to expand also. Again, Stalkers, Sentries, and an Immortal hanging out on the upper left-hand side. Observer up on the top, and again, this Banshee going to be flying on over. Hello, it's me. I am a Banshee, and I'm going to kill you because you don't have detection. No, wait, you do, but you don't have many Stalkers. I'll just kill the natural. aLive, where are you going? No, go back to the natural. Okay, we're going to go into the main base first, where there is an Observer, a Stalker, and about to be a shield battery. Now you'll go to the natural, where there's going to be no shield battery, no Observer, no Stalker. Drogo pushing on the other side of the map, though, so if he can clean that up and deal damage here, well, obviously that would be huge. Let's see if he can. Starting to push up this ramp, force field, as he's just looking for a little bit of damage. Oh, only lifts up one of those 2 Stalkers, though. Drogo's in a sort of position where he kind of needs to lift up everything that gets locked onto. Because this is a real all-or-nothing attack, obviously. Warps in a couple more Stalkers here. Banshee across the map, still dealing damage to those Stalkers there now. Should be able to deal with that. Let's watch back over here as we see the Observer gets taken down. Goodbye high ground vision for the most part. Well, another Banshee coming out to maybe try and help defend this. Force fields the Cyclones in. Love that. The Cyclone's going down. All the Cyclones going down. Oh, but I tell you what, he doesn't have the Observer here to deal with the Banshee. Another Banshee coming home as well. Warping in another Zealot. Just wants to get as many SCVs as possible. Banshee's putting in overtime, but, well, the Immortal will still stay alive. Microed nicely here. 34 workers down. Obviously, eventually you get a Banshee, get more Observers, and you deal with this, right? Drogo's done enough damage. On the top right-hand side, our red Protoss player. We have ourselves PtitDrogo. Up against the blue Terran player in the bottom left-hand side. Let's give it up if you're cheering on aLive. Who proxies the Rax? Once again. Ay, ay, ay. Rax dropping down here, getting this ready to go as we do have the initial setup. Is just a Nexus from Drogo. Didn't scout anything yet, so we'll have to deal with this initial proxy without any kind of pre-preparation. It should be possible. Yeah, again, Faith. Again. Yeah, I can't believe it. Terran players these days. Darn you. Darn you. Does anyone else think Terran players just need to learn to play rather than just relying on proxy barracks and reapers all the time? Man, I really wish I could just be a professional, like, StarCraft 2 whiner. Like, I just feel the market's oversaturated with Philo. But, like, if he wasn't there, like, I think I could do the job really well. Like, just say really dumb shit that makes, like, oh my god, you know, I put, like, 150 minerals into barracks. I built 50 minerals and 50 gas reaper. And he can just pull probes to stop me killing things for free. When will the probe be nerfed? Ridiculous! In fairness, this is actually kind of nice. Gets 2 kills right away. A second Reaper is about to show up. Bunker on the low ground too. Makes this a bit more difficult. I'm surprised with the bunker there was a second Reaper. I've been thinking maybe more so a Marine. Maybe starts a Marine now. Ooh, Rax in the main. Okay, okay. Marine production will start here to apply some pressure. Factory at home starts to build up a tech lab. Starport coming down here from aLive, so getting that going too. All of this is getting going. There you go, Cyclone and Mag Field Accelerator on the way up. Again, a couple of Reapers here going to jump back into the main. Into the bunker, sorry. And aLive, 1 Marine out. Oh man, he's just going to stack Marines at some point when Drogo just doesn't even think about a barracks and Marines or anything. There's going to be Marines just running in the main and killing so much. Oh, God. This is going to be dirty. Now, this bunker is going to go down. It's not far from dropping. Reaper's going to evacuate, and here we go. Marine time! Does anyone else think it's bullshit that probes can just run away when I try and, you know, I go through all the effort of flying my rats in the main and harassing, and the probes just run away? You have to come up with some really dumb shit if you really try to. Like, okay, I've got a challenge for you guys, chat. You guys ready for a Twitch chat challenge? Perfect. What is the dumbest balance one you can come up with? One sentence. One sentence. Dumbest balance one you can come up with. That is somewhat relevant to StarCraft 2 right now. Like, don't just be like something like, I can't think of another good one. Don't just say Protoss. That's not. That doesn't complete the point of the Twitch chat challenge. Why does inject cost only 35 energy when a mule costs 50? I like that one. SCV is OP as fuck because it means a probe 1v1. People do say that though, Blizz, man. It's not funny. People seriously say that. And SCVs suck. And why I can't balance why I'm a random player? Come on, Faith. Pick a race already. Just do the deed and pick Protoss. We know you want to be filthy. We know you only play random because you have some sort of self-respect. But in reality, you want to play Protoss still, so... 5 SCVs down, 4 probes, nice control. Picks up this Cyclone, gets a Stalker. This other Cyclone still having a good time as well. We'll get locked onto there, but does not have much more time left in it. With the Phoenix coming out, this will be chased away. Wardy seriously just pull the probe back and regen shields? Well, that's what I mean. SCVs suck. Like, SCVs have to stand there and build things. Like, we can't just wander our probe over, whack down a couple of cannons, and then run away. We have to actually leave the SCV there. No wonder Pros is like, you know what, that's like a skill in itself. As this Cloak Banshee shows up, by the way, and the Oracle doesn't have energy. This is actually really painful for Drogo. He will get his probes to a shield battery at least. Oh man, this main base though is also just under fire. This is actually really, this is really tough. I mean, there's so much damage being done. The Revelation is still not ready. Chrono boosts out another Oracle, knowing that after using the first Revelation here, Banshee number 2 will probably need a Revelation on it as well. Reaper's showing up into the natural, getting another kill. 11 workers down. aLive is finally starting to find his groove in this series, really just dishing out the hurt to Drogo all the way through this game. 21 probes down in the end. The 6S series did drop, sure, but I mean, you can see that Drogo down on workers. That's never a good sign versus a Terran. I mean, okay, you might have the Oracle to deal with Banshee number 2 here now. Coming in towards the main base. So Banshee coming through. And, ooh, insta-kill on a probe there because it was already so low. There's the Revelation, though. Banshee will go down. I mean, that is nice from Drogo. That's a Banshee that didn't really do anything. Maybe even a little bit overzealous from aLive to send it in already. Maybe it would have been better to wait until he knew those units were elsewhere on the map and then try and go in and get something done. Well, back at home, he's got a third CC as well. That's actually terrifying for Drogo. The amount of economy on this man is absolutely ridiculous. The third CC is huge. He's going to have so much mining available to him. See a pylon dropping down on the bottom side. Stalkers gathering up with these Phoenix and these Oracles, getting ready to press into the natural expansion in the next few moments. Widowmine's burrowing on this tank. And, well, aLive will lift the third and start to move it over into position. He'll probably think twice about that when he sees these units coming in, but I mean, for the moment, I mean, he's got the Cyclones aLive, he's got a tank up, he's got Widowmine, he's actually got so many units to work with here. You see in the proxy gateway as well. I mean, Drogo knows how much damage he took. He knows he's in a tough spot. He knows that probably counter-attacking and just being all in some ways is probably one of the better chances he has, but it would be a lot better of a chance if he'd actually killed any units throughout this game. He's been kind of badly in terms of actually killing units. The Phoenix lifting up what they can, but they don't last long with the Widowmines there. As he continues to try and press forward, the SCVs keeping the tank alive a good long while. Find some extra time. I mean, obviously a few units went down here from aLive, but there's just too much. Those Cyclones are too powerful, and Drogo has to type out GG. aLive will take his first map. Back in when I-Series used to be a thing, Cooler Master used to do a lot of them. And, well, I-Series still is a thing, I just don't go anymore. Cooler Master used to do a lot of type and test like things at their booth. I won like 3 keyboards and like 2 headsets and like some mice and some headphones from them. Quite recently, actually, like a couple lands ago in the UK, I won one on the MSI booth, but you had to type on like the laptop, so it was kind of tough, but once you got into it, it was okay. I won like £40 of Amazon vouchers and like some MSI stuff. It was kind of cool. Secretly, I just do StarCraft 2 on the side. I am actually a full-time typing contest professional or something. yeah, that's the thing about Type Racer as well. It's like, hey, you kind of type fast. Are you botting? Do this test. What is typing fast good for? So I can balance wine quickly? Like, lol, that probe is so fucking broken, mate! Okay, maybe not quite like that. It's so like when you're microing your units, you can just type, lol, you suck. Lol, you're bad. Are you even trying, mate? That's what typing fast is good for. Why do you think I'm so good at it? Top left, PtitDrogo. Bottom right, aLive. I'm actually just good at it because I sold loads of stuff at the fucking Valador Park in RuneScape when I was like 7, so shh. Man, RuneScape was the fucking king of teaching young kids to type. You had to type shit again and again really fast. You learned how to type quickly. Man, I forgot how intense it was until the old school RuneScape came out in 2013. And, damn, I mean, they had no Grand Exchange again. Like, you had to go type, and I was like, oh my god, it's like Flash 2 selling Peapots 7k, eat Wardy. Flash 2 selling Peapots 7k, eat Wardy. Oh my god, did they see it yet? Flash 2 selling my prayer pots. I need to sell the fucking... Drives a man crazy, man. You got some emotional scarring going on over here for that shit. Selling lobs 2k each. 200 each, sorry. Lobs on 2k, yikes. Yikes. Yeah, RuneScape actually was really sick for getting people to type. He knew that all you had to do is literally force them to type the same thing over and over again for hours on end trying to sell anything because they have no good system in place to actually sell things in the game. Well, I guess the forums, but who dared venture onto forums? That's something else RuneScape taught me well in advance of having to deal with the Battle.net forums. Thank you, RuneScape. Literally forging my gaming career in all of the right ways. U-logs 450 each. Yeah, those were the days. I actually recently just got hacked on RuneScape. Actually kind of feels bad, man. My old school account was pretty sick. And they hacked me and they took like loads of the stuff I've been saving up and doing stuff with for ages. I'm really pissed off about it. I was so pissed off I unsubscribed for about an entire day. Then I resubscribed. I'm still mad though. Feels bad, man. How do you get hacked? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know as well. I have two-factor authentication. I had an authenticator on my phone. So, and I'm pretty internet aware as well, right? Like, I'm not like, oh, free experience? Let's log in. So, with an authenticator on my phone, they managed to somehow recover my account through information they found out about me online. Basically, because I'm a streamer, they can find out some info about me. And then they recovered my account. Without ever receiving an email or note of this, they were able to change my password, disable my authenticator, disable my two-way authentication, and just take my account. You want to know what the worst part was? I was still playing the membership, and they were fucking playing on it. These guys are like farming shit on my account, playing on it. What a douchebag. I'm mad about it. I'm really bad about it. This medevac gets shut down pretty quick. Good defense by Drogo. Takes no damage at all. The one with the mine that went off really didn't do much at all here. As we're going to be seeing the Stalkers heading across down to the bottom right. There's already some Stalkers over here, which have actually been doing a pretty good job of applying pressure. That Widowmine down, but obviously if you bring these other Stalkers across, the Observer comes with them. That Widowmine won't zone out much more. Drogo saw the edge of that Liberator as well. Doesn't respond to it yet. Now, this is just a lot of units for Drogo here, as we're going to be seeing the Widowmine still looking at the front. SCV's repairing up a little bit here now. Observer just wandering forwards. Again, not much to deal with this Liberator, so some potential damage there from aLive. And Drogo will just back away. Without blink or anything, these Stalkers are very limited in what they can do. So he's just going to jump on this. Oh, Stalker taking some damage. Oh, there's a little slow to pull it away. But only loses one probe. A probe and the Stalker for Liberator. I'll take it. Didn't lose any mining time either, so works out alright. Stalker's still on the map, able to shut down the little bit of harass on the pylon. Gets the Hellion killed. And still Stalker's running across the map. It's funny, it's like you look at this up, you're like, hell yeah, look at me, my Stalkers were just chilling on the map. And you look at home, it's like, and I'm building charge. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite add up, right? Like, I feel if this many Stalkers, Blink is just great. But I guess he's very scared of, like, a big 2-tank push. In which case, Charge will be better at cleaning it up, but I still feel Blink can be very good. Because with Blink, you can buy a lot of time. So if you get Blink first, you slow down by kiting units over here, forcing sieges early. Then you get Charge behind it, you buy a bit more time for Charge to finish. Maybe it's because of how late his Twilight is, because the Twilight was very late here based on what's happened in the game. Robo into that Twilight in the Forge to help him defend and then to push across the map. As you just see those Stalkers setting up over on the left-hand side. Again, a couple of tanks and Marines pulling over to the left as well. Drogo on match point here, wins this. He advances to the global playoffs for the tournament, straight into the prize money as well. Here we go. Prism. Uh-oh. Please be careful. Does get pushed away. Widowmine goes down. Stalkers and a Zealot. Starting to move forwards there, but ending up pulling back. Another Stalker going down there as well. A couple of tanks. Unsieging coming off to the side. Stalkers running by. Marine gets picked up. Again, Stalkers getting picked off there as well. Starts coming in from the bottom, starting to swipe their way through a good few of those Marines. Quite a lot of damage being done. Tank goes down as well. More Marines getting picked off too. Scan in the main base. And we have Drogo heading down to the bottom right side of the map here. Zealot splitting away. Widowmine goes down. Zealots and Stalkers fighting onto that command center, and Drogo's big push, I mean, he doesn't need Blink apparently if you've got that charge. Charge is going good for him at the moment, and well, force field on the ramp, so this natural CC is in trouble. SCV is stuck down on the low ground. Stalkers will continue to fight onto the command center. Zealots, I like it, just going behind the mineral line and working their way through depots, upgrades, all the rest of it. SCV is in a lot of trouble though as they go and continue to fight the CC. As long as he's not near the units on the ramp, Drogo's kind of happy, I think, and GG called by aLive. Drogo takes it down, 3 games to 1. Kaboom! Drogo!